So as you all know, Trump's mugshot dropped. I would show it to you now, but honestly, I don't even need to because I know literally 100% of you have seen it. So it's like, what's the point? What's the point of throwing up the mugshot? But anyway, new polls have dropped since the mugshot and since the charges not only in D.C., but in Georgia and everywhere under the sun. And honestly, these are the worst polls I've ever seen for Donald Trump. New poll, whopping 62% say Trump committed a crime in poll released amid mugshot furor. 62%. So here's what they say in Mediaite. A new poll released the day after ex-President Donald Trump's arrest shows a whopping 62% of Americans believe Trump committed a crime, with a surge of 12 points in 2 weeks among independents. Good luck trying to win a general election with that. Good luck. Thursday marked a startling day in American history as Trump became the first U.S. president to pose for a mugshot as he was arrested in Fulton County, Georgia on 13 counts related to election crimes in a sweeping RICO case brought by Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. The arrest was a 3-ring media circus in which every detail was covered in breathless real time, and reporters anxiously awaited the release of the mugshot, which immediately became the featured image on a cornucopia of campaign merchandise. Somebody decided to prank everybody like an hour before the mugshot dropped and do a fake mugshot. And it's like, come on, man. Why would you do that? You know we're going to get the glorious real thing in a minute. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Does it really matter for you to get, a couple thousand retweets or something to just spread fake news and misinformation? It's just, I hate that stuff. But what's interesting is you have resistance liberals absolutely love the mugshot. By the way, in my opinion, the resistance liberal memes these days, oh, they're cooking. They're cooking. I'm hardcore with the resistance liberals today. But they loved it, and also the Trump people love it because they think it makes them look badass. U.S. politics at this point is embarrassing, dog. Okay, Trump world has tried to project an air of defiant relish. Relish? That's weird. About the ordeal, but a Navigator research poll released just after the arrest shows what a steep hill Trump has to sell that view to Americans who aren't in his camp. So here are the findings. More than 3 in 5 Americans believe that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Net plus 32, it's 62% say he committed a crime, only 30% say he did not commit a crime, including independents by 49 points. 67% of independents think he committed a crime. Only 18% of independents said he did not. 9 in 10 Democrats, there's no surprise there, 92% of Democrats say he committed a crime. Only 5% of Democrats say he did not. And nearly 3 in 10 Republicans, so 28% say he committed a crime, but that number is still higher than the 18% who said he did not commit a crime. So it's a plurality of Republicans that say, actually, that's not fair. I guess the plurality would be, I don't know, or I'm agnostic, or just the shrug. That's where the plurality is. But then the second category is more say he committed a crime than didn't. Oh, man, he's reeling, dog. He's reeling. But I got more for you. Do you believe that Donald Trump is guilty of the alleged crimes in the sensitive documents case? Yes, 52%, but no is only 25%. Only 25% say he's not guilty in the documents case. I mean, you guys know what my commentary has been for a while. I think Trump is the clear favorite for the primary for Republicans. But in the general, I mean, I literally don't see a way for him to win. With numbers like this, I don't see a way. I'm this close to just pounding the gavel and saying, if he's the nominee, just hand it over to the Democrats. I mean, you could run a raccoon carcass on the Democratic side and win. All right, falsifying business records. Only 23% say he's not guilty of that one. Federal 2020 election subversion case. Only 26% say he's not guilty of that. And then you have the Georgia election subversion case. Again, only 26% say he's not guilty of that. Look, in a weird way, these polls give me hope. Because what it shows you is this. That group we always talk about, the TFGs, the too far gones. Well, you're getting the number that they are in this poll. And guess what, y'all? It's only 25%. It's only 25% of the country is slobbing on Trump's knob and are defending him no matter what. And that's way lower than, I mean, there was a time where we thought, Jesus, is it 45% of the country? Is it 45% of the country that's just TFG? No, the answer is it's not. And that's a wonderful thing. That means that plenty of people are reachable. And using reason and logic and facts and truth might actually pierce the bubble. It might work. Because these numbers are just absolutely abysmal for the big guy. So look, they could try to play it up all they want. They could try to do the whole oh, look at us. We're tough. We're hard. We're defiant. We're rebels. They could try to play that up all they want. The public is not at all buying it at the moment. And honestly, I think it's only going to get worse because there's going to be cameras in the courtroom in the Georgia case. And we're going to get to see all the ins and outs of the case. And I don't think they're going to be able to make a strong case that homie did nothing wrong. I think the prosecutors are going to come correct, and they're going to have a tremendous amount of evidence. Funny enough, the fact that the Trump people are leaning into the mugshot thing and, you know, selling merchandise with his face on it, and he came back to Twitter to brag about his mugshot and all that stuff, that is definitely not helping. And by the way, final point on this, Trump's mugshot, if he smiled in the mugshot, that actually would have looked more cool and more defiant, almost like you're taking it in stride. You know, smiling for your mugshot is kind of a badass move. Like, for example, of all the people who got arrested, Rudy Giuliani, Jenna Ellis, Eastman, Cheeseborough, still the funniest last name of all time. Jenna Ellis was the only one that smiled, and she looked the coolest by far. And then Trump goes in there, and his thing, look, that's his mugshot. By the way, it's so obvious. He does the thing. He has a similar insecurity like I have. One of my insecurities is this area under the chin here. From certain camera angles, it looks like I'm Jabba the Hutt and I have a giant second chin. I hate it so much. I've always hated it. I've always had it. By the way, for the driver's license picture, the camera's always like at my chest level. And from that angle, pointing the camera up at me, I look like Jabba the Hutt. I mean, my chin is bulbous as hell underneath the chin, right? Almost like a double chin already at the age I am. Trump has the exact same insecurity. That's actually on the record. We've read things about that previously, that everybody knows. It's like he gets pissed about the camera angles. So what he did in the mugshot is he angled his face down to try to hide the chin zone. But it just looks weirder now. It looks like his face is super bent forward and he's got the mean grill on, and it just doesn't hit, dog. It just doesn't hit. If you smiled, that would have been way better. Way better. But he didn't. So I find it funny that people on the far right are trying to pretend like, oh yeah, he looks so cool, bro. No, he doesn't. He looks like pathetic, actually, is the word I would use. So anyway, these are honestly some of the worst polls I've seen for Trump ever. Ever. I mean, what was he after January 6th? He had like a 30% approval rating or something like that. If Trump wins the primary, like, there's no hope for the Republicans in general. Biden could die and you run his carcass, and he would still win by like a decent, probably over 300 electoral votes. So, all right, you guys want to go down this path? By all means. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.